Hi, welcome to Addictionary, where we help people transform their addictions. I've created a carers program, so a program designed to help people who are looking after other people with addictions. Now, the reason I did this is because who's looking for the most help, honestly? Is it addicts or is it people who are looking after addicts? And who's experiencing the most pain in their life? It's generally the people around the addict that are experiencing a lot of pain, as well as the addict. So addiction affects everybody in our lives. And I remember, although I wasn't looking after somebody as an addict, being the addict myself, I remember, the pain that my partner had to go through, my ex-partner, and, the lies that I told her and the manipulation and control that I had. And the truth is I knew what I needed, and there were times where I really needed tough love. There were times where I just needed her to go, to say, get out, that's enough. But there were also times where I needed, someone to be there for me and to help me and guide me through things. So the idea of the carers program is that you get to focus on, on what's going to help. Ironically, 99% of what people who are looking after people with addictions do, even though they do it out of love, seems to push the person further into their addiction. And often it's because the person who's got the addiction, doesn't feel understood, and they don't feel like or you have any idea of what they're going through. So they feel disconnected already from people. And then the more you try to do to fix them, they feel broken, which means they feel even more isolated and rejected, and they keep themselves locked away further and then hit whatever they're doing harder. So the carers program we look at, it's all about understanding addiction. So you get to understand what the person's going through. You'll also get some helpful hints and tools about what to do with them, but more importantly, what to do with yourself. So often when we're looking after other people with addiction, also the person with the addiction thinks, well, hang on, you're not taking your own advice, So sometimes it comes across as quite hypocritical. So in the carers program, you'll get to change you. So you'll get to look at your own behavior. You'll get to look at your own, your own addictions as well, because everybody has addictions to something. So, and through that searching and finding that inside of yourself, then you'll actually get an understanding of what they're going through, and they will feel that. You won't have to tell them that. They will actually feel what you're going through. They'll feel those changes. And, we'll also look at how to set good boundaries and, how to, improve and increase your level of self-esteem and self-worth. So lots of different things in there. It's a 12-week online program, so you can do this in the privacy of your own home. So nobody has to know that you're doing it, but look, it'll improve. And I've had people go through this and love it and say it just improved themselves. They didn't realize actually that they had so much going on, and they were pushing everything onto this person who had the addiction. So it was, the whole family was actually pushing everything onto the person with the addiction and making them the scapegoat for everything. When in truth, in essence, everybody's got their own stuff going on. And when you work on that, it takes the pressure off the other person. So with somebody with an addiction, all that energy is on that person. Of course, they're getting all of this attention, but also this energy, which can be sometimes too much to handle. So when you cut that and you stop that and you focus on yourself, then the energy shift has changed, and they feel that, and they suddenly feel some space and they feel some freedom, and sometimes that in itself can change things. So it's a really, really important program, and I wanted to get it out there to help people, because just about everybody I know has an addiction to something, guys. And if you don't think you have, check out how often you're on your phone. I saw an interesting article yesterday around phones and the subconscious stories that we tell ourselves around phones. So if you're talking to somebody and they pull out their phone and say, oh, excuse me a moment, then automatically that phone becomes more important than the conversation you're having with that person. When you go to a restaurant, have a look around and see how many people are actually on their phones and not talking to each other. So again, subconsciously, the phone's way more important than relationships. They're far more important than friendships. If you've got your phone in your hand just by talking to somebody, they're always wondering, there's something between you and them. So they're always wondering, if that phone rings, is he going to take that phone call or not? So something's more important than me. So everyone has an addiction to something, guys, and when we all stop and have a look at that, we start to understand that addiction doesn't just mean drugs and alcohol, and also addictions can be transformed if we do something about them. But it's about taking our power back. It's about getting ourselves back in control. So that's why I created this program, and look, if it resonates, or if there's somebody who might help, this program might help, who might benefit from using this program, please, 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 please send this out to them. My goal is to have people free in their lives, you know, to live lives that they love and want and desire, and, you know, that bring them joy and ease and grace. Because I know that place of feeling stuck and hopeless and, you know, and isolated and afraid and like miserable and depressed. I remember what that's like, and it doesn't have to be that way, guys, whether it's you or whether it's somebody else who's struggling with addiction. So please share this around, and I hope to be working with you soon. Until then, have an amazing day, take care, and talk soon. Bye.